Allan Stern Show.
You wrote, I mean, arguably Justin Bieber's biggest hit song. And I guess you get to be friendly with him, especially after, you know, you write a hit song for the guy.
Yeah.
Which I have to ask you about how that all comes about anyway. And I always think it's funny that you didn't record that song. I'm trying to think of the name of the song. It's what's
Love
this?
Yourself.
Yeah, Love Yourself. If you want to, how's it go?
For all the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name, you think you broke my heart, oh go for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. That one.
Jeez, you can do it all.
It sounds so much better.
Yeah, but you know, first of all, I don't think you ever performed that song, right? You don't like performing.
You know what? I did a children's hospice charity show in November, and I played it for the first time there.
And you did it. Why didn't you used to perform that song? Like, what? Because you sold it to Bieber, you felt like maybe that's doing him a disservice? I couldn't figure that out.
Do you know what? It's his song. It's not my song. It's not my song. It's his.
But
song.
you wrote it.
Yeah, but I've written a bunch of songs that I don't sing. Like I like writing songs, and I like singing songs that I'm really close to personally.
When you wrote that song, was it such a throwaway in your mind that you were like, hey, fuck this, I'm not going to record this, so I might as well sell it to somebody? Or, I mean, in other words, was it less meaningful to you, that song, when you sold it?
Yeah, it was like, there was no way that song was ever going to make any album. It wasn't where my mind was at.
Isn't that so crazy?
How did that come out of you?
Yeah,
then?
But you know what's so crazy about that story? That, like, you don't have the ability to recognize that that's a monstrous hit song.
I don't. This new song that I've got out at the moment that's been #1 in the US, I didn't want to put out as the first single. I was like, I don't really think it's that much of a hit. I don't really know what a hit is and what what isn't.
Are you talking about Thinking Out Loud?
No, it's called Shape of You.
Shape of You.
Yeah.
Are you Shape of You? No, I didn't mean Thinking of You. I'm out of it today. That song has been #1 now for like 5 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Right? Like right on the charts.
But that's for instance, I didn't know that would happen. I did, like in my mind, I'm very much sort of like if I connect with the song like from a like heart level, I'm like that, then it must be a hit. But that isn't always like the case.
But before you release that, you go through this thing like, hey, I don't know what a hit song is. I don't know. There's no formula for really knowing. We think you know, but you don't.
No, I don't. Do you know what? I know what a good song is, and so I record the best songs that I feel like I've written, and then I put it all on a record, and then there's someone else who kind of probably knows better than I do what songs should come first. Was Justin Bieber, when he heard it, did he go, oh, okay, I'm recording that song? When you sold it to him, do you have direct contact with him when you sell it? Yeah,
you do?
Yeah, well, we did do some work on it together before it came out. It was very much... It was a really quick turnaround. The album came out in November, and I think we did the song in September.
Do you have to like a guy you sell a song to?
I do. You know what? I do actually get on with him. I do actually like him.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, is that a prerequisite for selling it to a guy? Like, it's your song.
Usually, well, I don't know if. I think the selling of like beats and songs is very much a hip hop world thing. I've never actually sold a song. I just, if I get on with someone, will collaborate on something that I might have written before, or just give it to them. Okay, so take me through this, because I'm fascinated. You had that song in your head. I guess you write it down somewhere. I don't know what the process is. You had the whole song. Then, do you think of Justin Bieber and say, hey, this is a song that would be good for him? No, originally, well, because I hadn't got the song completely finished. And originally, I wanted. Can I swear on the radio?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Originally, the lyrics were meant to be, if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and fuck yourself. And originally, I was like, hearing Rihanna kind of like come in with a bit of that sort of like swag, and you know that.
So
was
you had
originally
Rihanna in mind because you're like, hey, if Rihanna looks good,
well, and Rihanna could get away with saying you should go and fuck yourself,
right?
You know that in my mind anyway. Like,
and when you wrote that, is it a 3-second thing, like you're tooling around on the guitar, and then you just go, if you like the way you look yourself, you should go fuck yourself? Is it that quick?
Yeah. Do you know what? The best songs come in 20 minutes, and
so you had that in mind for Rihanna. That's how it starts.
Well,
she's your muse.
No, I was like, if anyone was going to finish this song,
it would be her.
It should be her. And then I was talking to Justin because he was finishing his album, and in my mind I was like, because his songs was sounding more and more and more grown up, and I was like, yeah, he probably could finish this and really, really make this special. And it kind of came as a zeitgeist time in his career where he had, he'd fallen out of grace with the public, and he'd had this comeback song that was quite sort of grown up, and people my age, like all my mates, were buying. So I was like, this could actually work.
The Howard Stern Show.